Welcome to episode 25 of Northwynd, the Druid True First Life series. In this episode, I'm going to be doing Epic Elite House of Broken Chains in Shinderland. So since last episode, the only Epic Elite quest I've done is House of Rusted Blades, and I wasn't sure how that would go. I don't have D-Door, so after I hit the blades, the objective, I had to fight my way back, and I ran into 3 champions. But the crowd control and the AoEs held up really well, the defenses held up, and so then when I got to the boss, I did hide in the back corner and fought the boss separately, but then I wanted the chest, so I had to fight my way to the chest, and everything went great. So I was really pleased with how it performed, and then I came over here and I started to do this one. I just did the first like 4 cages, and then I thought, there's a lot of mobs in here, and I think I'll do a video of this one, so I just recalled out, and so this will be my first time getting a completion in here. Obviously I ran to Shinderland, and that can be really confusing to find if you're new. So in my journal, I'm going to put a link to how to find it. It's really easy if you know how, but really confusing. It's really easy to get lost if you don't. I'm also going to, well, you can search my YouTube channel for it too. I also did Memoirs of an Illusory Larcener on Legendary Normal, and I thought that would be really easy, but I had to use all my mana, all my clickies, every last thing. I didn't have to use any of my pots, but with no shrines in there, even on Legendary Normal, I had to use it all up. But I got it done. I'm trying to get my Pansopic Circlet. I want to have it ready to go at level 28. All right, pull the numbers up so you can see that. So at 95 PRR now, so that's pretty cool. There was a day, I guess before level cap 30, that the sort of prevailing mindset was, get your 100 PRR and get your 1,000 hit points and you're good to go. Well, once the level cap hit 30 and we got legendary elite content, or legendary content, I would say, you want to get your 150 PRR and about 1,500 hit points if you're planning on doing legendary elite. And that's across the board, for everybody. It doesn't mean you have to get 150 PRR and 1,500 hit points or you're going to fail everything. I'm just saying, I think that's a pretty good benchmark. On this toon, because I'm a tanky playstyle, a tanky build, I'm going for more than that. Ginger Spice does have more than that. Okay, so on the gear side, not a lot has changed. There are a couple changes though, and I'm going to be making quite a few changes next level. So actually this is new. So I got Wisdom 10, it used to be Wisdom 8, and Insightful Evocation Focus 2. So I got the Earthquake DC up to 46 now, so that's decent for, it's not too bad. When the level cap was 28, I was rocking, low to mid 50s at endgame for Ginger Spice, before the level cap was raised to 30. And that was good enough. I'm not trying to get no-fail DCs, I'm trying to just drop most mobs most of the time. I've talked many times about how I just feel like chasing those no-fail Earthquake DCs is just, I believe, a waste of resources. If you want to play as more of a pure caster and you want to do that, that's fine, but I'd like to spend my resources elsewhere in the defensive side of things because it just really fits my playstyle a lot better. Of course, the armor is the same. Next level is going to be the Shadow Dragon Plate, the tier 1 version. Epic Bracers of Wind, these are the same as the last video. The ring is the same, Ice Lore and Sheltering. The boots are the same. This will be the last episode that I'm wearing these boots. I've got another set of boots off the Shard Exchange, which I paid too much for, but they fit what I needed. So, like I've said, I'm not trying to end this series with a bunch of wealth. The shards and the plat I'm building up are for this toon for right now. Iron Mitts are the same. This is new, so I got Wizardry. I think it's new this episode. Wizardry 173, which is higher than I had before. I had the augment of 150 on the headgear, but I replaced that and said Insightful Con 4. So this is something I picked up a while ago. I saw it on the auction house for a reasonable price, and I thought, I could use that. I could use that down the road maybe, and I'm glad I picked it up. Con 10 pairing 4 on the belt is the same. The Epic Cloak of Flame is the same, but now I have it slotted. I got rid of that Diamond and Heal +5. Now I have Globe of True Imperial Blood, so I bought that a while ago for 30 shards. And those shards, like I said, those shards have mostly been building up just from selling collectibles on the shard exchange. The new rares and uncommons, it's the hot thing right now. So this Globe of True Imperial Blood is such an awesome augment. It's just a must-have if you're serious. It's +1 exceptional bonus to every stat, so just beautiful, and it's a colorless augment. And that drops in. It's one of the dragons in Epic Tor. I don't remember which one, so look that up on Wiki if you want to try to farm it, if you don't want to buy one. So this is new, Insightful Wisdom 3. This is a new planar focus. So in the last video I said, there used to be a bazillion planar foci on the auction house, and then when I wanted the Insightful Wisdom 3, there was only a handful of them. But but then like right after that, there were a whole bunch of them on there. So maybe they expired and somebody relisted them all. I don't know. I got this cheap, like 20,000 plat or something. So this is the planar focus of Subterfuge. If you're not going for the stat bonus, it really doesn't matter which one you get, if you get Erudition, Subterfuge, or Prowess. But if you are going for the stat bonus, then, I like the Prowess one, but if you want to be more caster focused, you want to go for Erudition. If you're new, I wouldn't recommend going for that. Like I said before, it requires a caught in the web weapon, a lot of resources, and it's just, those weapons aren't endgame anymore. There are other stuff that's available along the way. You want to get your Thunderforge at level 24 anyways, and the web weapon I think is level 23, so you'd only be using it for one level. It's just not worth it. This was a cheap way to get Insightful Wisdom 3 is what the bottom line is. Evocation 5 on the necklace. Natural Armor bonus 11 is just a bonus. I wasn't going for that, but hey, it helps. My natural armor bonus right now is just I get 5 from my spider skin. Okay, and then the Pansophic Circlet I now have slotted up with a Sapphire Protection 5. So I got rid of that old, yellow slotted Featherfall ring that had Protection 5 on it. So now I have this slotted up with Protection 6. So I don't have Featherfall right now. Now when I'm still leveling in Grandmaster of Flowers, so I am using the Featherfall toggle from that. But I don't have it right now. I still have the ring to switch to if I really need it. Next level, I think I'll have Feather Falling slotted up somewhere, but right now I'm just living without it. When I made my way down to the South Cave in King's Forest, I did some of the rares along the way, and I built up a small collection of drafts of Sparkling Apple Cider, because I was getting pretty low after that last video. Pull up the Epic Destiny. So I am in Sentinel. Like I said, I think I'm going to do every video in Unyielding Sentinel from now on, but I'm still leveling in Grandmaster of Flowers. But I did want to take Unyielding Sentinel to 2 right away before I switch back. And I got another fate point, so I upgraded my first tier twist to 2. So when I'm running in Grandmaster of Flowers, I'm actually twisting in Legendary Shield Mastery, which is giving me 15 PRR when I'm in that other Destiny, which is really nice. And so when Cocoon is nice, low-cost healing has 12 spell points, but in place of that, I'm just using Unmaximized, Unempowered, Unintensified, Just Quicken, Cure Serious Wounds, which is 20 spell points, so it doesn't cost that much more, and it's a similar, smaller heal. When I need a big heal, of course, I'm using the heal spell. So I don't have much going on here yet. I am running in Vigor of Battle stance right now, even though I do have access to Stand Against the Tide, which is my preferred stance. This is what I do run in at endgame, and I rarely run in Vigor of Battle, only in situations where I know I'm not going to get knocked down. So the Mark of Death raid, for example, there's nothing that knocks you down in Mark of Death, and the extra hit points are pretty nice. So I like to run in Vigor of Battle on Ginger Spice in there, for example, but 95% of the time I'm in Stand Against the Tide stance. But I want those extra hit points now. There's nothing that's going to knock me down in this quest. Unfortunately, I don't know if there are Driders in here, but unfortunately the knockdown immunity isn't total immunity. It's supposed to be, because if you look at the way that it reads, it says oops, I take it back. Okay, it's only when you it's only when you have this maxed out and you have Steadfast that Stand Against the Tide will make you immune to knockdown. So it says, you can see here, it says you cannot be knocked down while standing against the tide. Well, dragon stomps, or yeah, giant stomps, Drider, webline trip, those still knock you down, unfortunately. So, okay, enough about this. Grandmaster of Flowers. I'll just mention, you know, I'm working, you know, the wisdom line is obviously helpful. And here I got some extra hit points. Here I got some extra AC. Here I got, no, nothing interesting. Some balance. Okay, let's do the quest. Another quest that I did was, I did the Demon Queen raid on Epic Hard. I soloed it on Epic Hard, and so I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but you know, you're right there. If you fail, you just do it again. Like, it's not a thing you have to like reflag for or something, or run way out somewhere. So I figured I'll try it on hard, see how it goes, and you know, if it didn't work out, I'll just do it on normal. But I got a completion on hard. I had to use my bauble, and it went down to nothing, but I didn't even have to tap into my Twisted Talisman or my Archivist necklace, and I definitely didn't have to drink any pot. So that was pretty cool. So I'll be doing Demon Queen on hard from now on. I have 7 completions now. And if you're new and you didn't know, if you want to see how many raid completions you have, you can just type /raid space completions. Oops, not completions, completions. And it says right there how many completions you have for every raid against Demon Queen 7. You can also do /quest to see what you're on timer for. It says I can replay Demon Queen in 2 days and 14 hours, and you can do quest completions. And this is going to tell you, I guess I've never used this anymore, because once they came out with raid completions about a year ago, I just used that. But I think it tells you, like, yeah, like how many times you've done chains and stuff, and some quests are listed there, but not all. See, it says I've done the Lost Seekers, that's Waterworks, SDK, Delira's. Alright. Oh, I now have the level 25 Superior Freeze Pots. That's a 25 bonus, alchemical bonus to cold spell power for 3 minutes, and you can get those from, they got them in Meridia, but I get them from the shop in House P. And even though those are an alchemical bonus, I do want to make a point to say that these potions of spell power that you get from the Commendations of Valor that I showed last video, these do stack. Even though it says alchemical bonus, and the others are alchemical bonus, they actually do stack. So that's, you know, a lot of people don't realize that. So it's good to really emphasize this point. This is sort of one of the exceptions to the rule where, like, named bonuses don't stack. Typically, if you have 2 bonuses of the same name, they don't stack, but in this case they do for whatever reason. Okay, we are going to try to make efficient use of the mana by kiting groups of mobs together. My preferred play style. Drop my CC. Earthquake, Ice Storm, Sleet Storm, Storm of Vengeance. Let's blind them too. And while they're tripping and falling all over themselves, I'm going to open up these other doors too. Now, if you lockpick these, or if you use a Bell of Opening, you, ooh, that guy hit me really hard. You don't have to fight these mobs if you unlock. There's a champion in there, little bastard. But I don't have the ability to unlock. I don't want to waste my bells of opening, so I'm just going to fight the mobs. I don't really want to fight these champions, so I'm going to toss another Earthquake while I use the low-cost SLAs to finish them off. I'm not going to be doing the optional in here. You do need, I think, a lockpicker for that. Or a trapper or something. Might be biting off more than I can chew here. If I can get the CC in, I'm usually okay. primal scream on top of it too. No champions in here. That would have been scary if there were some champions there. Like I said, I had 3 champions in a group when I was running back from House of Rusted Blades. Oh, there's 2 champions there. And I held up okay, although that last one in the last group, he got a pretty good hit on me. Okay, where's Captain Amazing at? There he is. Uh-oh, 3 champions. Time to put my money where my mouth is. Freezing spray, creeping cold, greater creeping cold on Captain Amazing there. You know, these champions are a little scary, so I'm going to go ahead and throw another Earthquake. So you can stack your Earthquakes. That way each one of them procs separately for the knockdown. So, you know, if your DCs are a little subpar, throw 2 Earthquakes. What the hell? My low-cost SLA of Storm of Vengeance is off timer, so I'll toss that. Pull up the examination window on Captain Amazing so that I don't overwrite my own dots. That champion's still there. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of him. He's blinded though, so he doesn't know what time it is. He doesn't know that it's 5:30 in the morning Eastern time right now. Okay, so the mana's running a little bit low, still got the bobble, but there are shrines in this quest, so not to worry. Got this shrine that I can come back to. I'm gonna go ahead and use the bobble now. See if I can get through the next room without having to, or before using the shrine. My concentration is not high enough to get no fail on those, but it's the best chance I got. So here I'm going to try to get a few slaves free right away. And they can run distraction against that stuff over there while I kill this guy, who's a little late for dinner. And he's a champion. Okay, we'll knock him down with Earthquake. And blind him. Yep. Uh-oh, they found me. I guess I'll do the Greater Creeping Cold. Still got 500 mana left, so as soon as I finish up this next fight, I'm gonna go right back. Ooh, collectible. I don't think I knew about that one. They added collectibles when they came out with the new system. So I'm still learning where they added collectibles to the old quest that didn't have collectibles. Still learning where they all are. You could try to save the slaves, you know, but I'm not going to make that a priority. Any more slaves around here? You can just target non-combat targetables or interactables to see if there's any collared slaves. It just says slave. You've already freed them. Okay, time to use that shrine. If I was on Ginger, I'd just keep going, but don't have the resources on this toon. Love to get that torque. You know, the torque as I've said before, is not an essential piece of gear. It's not, I should say, it's not an optimal piece of gear is the better way to say it. I love it though. I think it's fun. It's a great way to extend your mana pool, and it's just the perfect item for this playstyle, the tanky playstyle. It gets in there, in the middle of everything, and takes a bunch of hits, therefore generating a bunch of mana. And there really isn't any other like awesome necklace at this point that I feel like, oh, if I wasn't wearing the Torque, I'd wear that necklace for sure. So, I like the Torque. I really do. And, it's for regular casters, it's just a situational item. You would never want to wear that full time like I do on a regular caster. But, like I said, with this tanky playstyle, it works really, really well. And on Ginger Spice's gear set, I don't feel like I have any holes. If you're ever, one of the things that you can do if you're jumping into a big group and you're a little bit worried about taking some hits, you can throw like a regenerate on yourself, like right as you're jumping into stuff. So that way, like if you do take hits, that's going to kick in right away without you having to think about healing yourself. Okay, we're going to go this way next, and right through the spell ward. I'm going to let this slow wear off first because I want to try to get in there and get some of these slaves freed real quick to try to distract some of these spiders. These spiders can hit pretty hard. Did I get that third one? I don't know. But I'm not playing around on these spiders. I don't need to mess around with them. They're a little scary. I went ahead and tossed myself a regenerate. I just use mass regenerate. I don't bother trying to memorize the regular one and mass, just because there's not much of a cost difference, and that way I can, memorize a different spell. If you free these slaves, they'll start fighting the spiders, and they actually tear the spiders up pretty well. So if you don't want to waste time fighting the spiders, you don't want to waste your resources fighting the spiders, free the slaves and just have them get all the aggro. By the way, if you do want to do the optional, if you want to learn how that works, if you don't know how it works, I do have a video. So search my channel for House of Broken Chains with seal optional. I thought I saw a collared slave somewhere. Ooh, bones. It's one of the new collectibles. Woot! That's one of the common new ones. Okay, we're looking good for mana. Now, here's another tip from your Uncle Voodoo. If you didn't know, I'm going to slot this up. Do I have it memorized? Yes, I do. I should have scrolls. Shame on me. Well, I'm just going to show you here. I'm not going to do the whole thing. But you can actually dispel these. You can use Mordecai's Disjunction if you're on an arcane, as well as, Dispel Magic and Greater Dispel Magic. You can see it says reduce the CR by 1. So you have to keep dispelling it over and over and over and over, but it is a way to get rid of spell wards. Sometimes there's one in a bad spot and you really want to get rid of it. You do have that option. So shame on me. I should have a stack of Greater Dispel Magic scrolls for situations like that, and I'm going to try to remember to get them after this. You can pick those up from the portable hole, which I can't even teleport to, so maybe I can find them somewhere else. Or maybe I'll have to buy a teleport scroll and then hope that I can get one off. My UMD is terrible. Like I said, I wish I had done that instead of the heal skill. Ooh, gotta hit that champion one. Don't want that champion one attacking me. Okay, now we're gonna kill Donut here. And as soon as you kill Donut, just like the other slave masters, the other slaves will become non-aggressive. So you can start freeing them. And there's something really gratifying about freeing them before you kill the other aggressive drow, because the slaves will attack them. If you don't kill the slaves like I'm doing half the time here by failing my concentration checks. Ooh, a cabinet. Mortar and pestle. That's I think that's an uncommon new one. Sorry, buddy. Okay, that's it. Now it's just the end fight. Whew. Are we gonna cheese it? Hell no, we're not gonna cheese it. What do you think this is? Jump in there and go to town. See what happens. I could get my ass kicked. Make sure we're properly prepared. Let's drink the potion of superior freeze. Let's go ahead and drink a rage potion too. That's some extra hit points. Anything else? I got a potion of long-lasting elixir of supreme ability from a daily roll, but I'm not going to use that. I don't think it's going to be that dire. Okay, let's do this. And I am going to go ahead and hit myself with the regenerate when I jump in there. You know, that it gives me a few seconds for my AoEs to kick in. I don't have to worry about taking hits because, you know, the regenerate's going to help me out. I think I'm going to take out these assassins. I don't need them pinging me, or at least a couple of them. Don't need them pinging me the whole time. Okay, where's our little friend here? Where's the boss? Primal Scream in, that gives me some extra con too. Helps with survivability. Where the hell is the boss at? Come on now. Oh, that's what's hitting me hard. Sneaky bastard. Champion assassin, we don't need that. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna stand here forever and wait for the damn boss to spawn. Maybe he's over here stealthing or something. He does stealth. I have a hard time seeing him. Never have a good spot. But usually he makes himself known way before this point. This is kind of ridiculous. Okay, maybe he's just not activating. We'll toss it. Ice Storm there and see if that gets his attention. Is that him? Collared Slave. Okay, we broke the quest. Slaves are going to keep respawning. He's hiding in one of these corners. I'm just going to keep targeting around. There he is. I picked him up. Ah! What a jerk! Okay, I'm going to throw the whole kit and caboodle up here. That way those slaves that are attacking me will fall in the AoEs. Starting to run a little low on mana, but I got my bauble. I think we're going to be just fine. Go ahead and click the bauble. We're going to need it. Pop on the Voice of the Master before completion so you get that bonus XP. Hell yeah, that's how we do. That's how we do. Things are performing a little bit better in Unyielding Sentinel than that embarrassing Lords of Dust that I did the other day. Oh, this shit cracks me up. Alright, well, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. And I also want to say, too, I really appreciate the great comments. I got a lot of great comments today. I just posted the Elite Demon Queen solo, the level 14 video, and a lot of great comments. I really appreciate hearing from you guys. That was the highlight of the series, so I was pretty pleased with that accomplishment. And that was, what a thrilling finish. So it was so cool, and thanks for the positive words. I really appreciate that. It's fun to hear from you guys. If you have any questions about my build, you can respond on my build post in the Druid forums, and if you're on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.